Hello and welcome to the first installment in a limited series of recordings that I am calling Charting Creation. I'm using this series to document my process on a new artistic work that I am currently in the process of making. I decided that I would document the entire process of making this work from initial concept through to the final output of the work. The artwork has been commissioned by Hadley from the law school at the University of Newcastle, and this documentation will be used as part of a future research project. The work is a commission that has come about through a series of conversations with Hadley. Following some contact online after Marie saw my work Tear It Down, which I created in 2019, used in the context of a lecture about artists who are making NFTs. I created an NFT version of the Tear It Down Cook Falling piece earlier in the year and minted it on the Calamint website portal and set it at a price of 1770 Tezos coins, and as part of minting that, I called it the first Gamilaroi NFT, which I believe at the time it was, and I'm not sure if any other artists have made one since, and possibly the first Aboriginal NFT. Marie reached out to me and we have been liaising on email and meeting online since. Marie originally started talking to me about this idea a few months ago, on whether I'd be interested in taking on a commission like this, and I agreed. And so the background on the project is that Marie, Sarah Hook and Nicholas Orr wrote a paper called The Ideological Vandalism of Public Art States, Copyright, the Moral Right of Integrity and Racial Justice, which somewhat aligns with my work Tear It Down and some other works that I've created. And at this stage I have not read the paper. I've had some initial conversations with Marie about what the paper is about, and I've had some initial thoughts around where I would go with the artwork. So this is very early before I've kind of informed myself about the actual content of that paper that I am meant to be responding to, because I think that it's important to kind of go with artistic instincts at first and then kind of do some sort of preliminary creative work before delving into the sort of concept in itself. So whilst I was having the conversations with Marie around the content of the paper, my sort of mind creative side was sort of running. Maria was talking about sort of just this commission in itself, and obviously we were talking about my work around statues and just the name of the paper, Ideological Vandalism of Public Art Statues, Copyright, the Moral Right of Integrity and Racial Justice, and for me to be responding to that paper, my immediate sort of vision that I had to come up with a creative piece that responds to that was to create a digital artwork that might also become a physical piece as well, either through printing and reworking into it, or printing, reworking into it and making it digital again, or utilizing photography and printing techniques. The artwork that I kind of saw, or the concept that I saw depicted through those conversations, was of a figure representing a statue in the center of a composition. My kind of immediate kind of thought around that was that this is about people, and this is about people's responses to things. Things as in objects, but also things as in what objects mean. And I saw within that kind of two sides to that. And so I wanted to kind of have one side with dark shadows, it's almost split down the middle, and the other side with bright highlights, and the very contrasted kind of sides of the two works, with like the almost like a positive and negative imagery, and then on the figure itself, the features of it are kind of obscured or abstracted, and instead of the like fine details of the work, what you would see is actually the text from the paper written into the statue or the figure, and again on opposite sides, one being positive black and white and the other one being white and black, using that positive and negative space, and potentially like one or two colors within that. So that was like my immediate sort of initial thought around the artistic output of this, and sort of end gaming. And yeah, so what I've got, what I'm doing from here is I'm making some preliminary sketches, which I'm going to be recording with video and sound, and I'll be underlaying this throughout the whole of this series, and just I'll be underlaying visuals of the sort of process of making these. So what I will be doing from here is I'll be making initial sketches and doing some work on that first. I will then be reading the text itself, which you might think, yeah, you should be doing that first, and I definitely agree with you. But I think it's important within this process to kind of, and within the research sort of aspect of this process, is to sort of see where this sort of creative instinct takes me first,